Kleppers Corner, this week in weird news, August 23rd through 29th, 2025. Welcome back to Kleppers Corner, where the serious news takes a smoke break and the weird news grabs the mic. This week in weirdness, Batman pajamas save the suburbs, someone in China confused stress relief with home invasion blood donation, evolution unveiled the dinosaur that looked like a medieval torture device, and a spider in Taiwan pulled off the creepiest version of Tinder ever. Meanwhile, a Mexican quinceañera went from flop to festival. Spain reminded the world that tomatoes are for throwing, not eating. And yes, a snail in New Zealand is on a quest for true love. Folks, buckle up because the weird news is basically the only news that makes sense anymore. Segment 1, The Dark Knight of Cape Coral, Batman pajamas versus burglar. Let's start in Florida, because of course. A man in Cape Coral caught a burglar red-handed while dressed in Batman pajamas. Yes, Batman pajamas, not the armored batsuit, not even the Christian Bale gravel voice edition. Nope, pajamas. Here's how it went down. Kyle Myvet gets an alert from his home security app that someone is rifling through his truck. Most of us would call 911, or if you're me, just pretend it's raccoons and roll over. But Kyle suited up, not in Kevlar, but in his one-piece Batman jammies, and patrolled the neighborhood in his truck. He finds the guy, 20-year-old Justin Schimple, stealing Ray-Bans and gift cards. And Kyle, in peak suburban dad form, calmly grabs him and says, "Listen, don't try to get away." That's it. No Batmobile, no bat signal, just a guy in Target sleepwear channeling Christian Bale meets Bed Bath & Beyond. Police arrive, find the burglar already detained, and post it on Facebook like it's Comic-Con cosplay night. And the kicker? Kyle said he doesn't own Superman pajamas because Superman's invincible, and bravery only counts if you can actually get hurt. That's philosophy. That's deep. That's also something you say when your wife tells you to throw out the pajamas, and you need a defense. This wasn't Florida man chaos, it was Florida man wisdom. The lesson? You don't need superpowers. You just need Wi-Fi alerts, pajamas, and a healthy disrespect for burglars. Segment 2, the stress case of Yangzhou. Blood theft for stress relief. Meanwhile, in Yangzhou, China, a man broke into a woman's home, sedated her with anesthetic-soaked cloth, and stole her blood. Not her TV, not her wallet, her blood. His defense? He told the court, "It relieves my stress." Oh, sure. Some people meditate, some do yoga, some steal blood. Honestly, the self-care industry is getting out of control. Next week, Gwyneth Paltrow is probably selling artisanal stress relief vampire kits on Goop for $499.99. The man, identified as Lee, didn't even have a clear plan. He just knocked her out, drew blood, and when her husband walked in, he panicked and got smacked with a kettle. And yet the court only gave him 2 years in prison. 2 years for assault, sedation, and unwanted phlebotomy. I've seen people get more time for jaywalking in Singapore. The neighbors are now installing cameras, but honestly, if your local burglar is also an amateur hematologist, maybe cameras aren't enough. Maybe you need garlic crucifixes and an ironclad lock on your veins. This story proves the world is split into 2 kinds of people. Those who deal with stress by binging Netflix, and those who deal with stress by stealing platelets. Pick your poison. Segment 3, Spicomelis afer, the dinosaur that wore its skeleton outside. Now to Morocco, where scientists dug up the weirdest dinosaur yet, Spicomelis afer. This thing didn't just have spikes, it fused spikes onto its ribs. Imagine if nature designed a porcupine while blackout drunk. The dinosaur had hip spikes, blade-like bones, a neck collar of spikes 1 meter long, and probably a tail club. Basically, if a cactus and a tank had a baby, this was it. Scientists say it rewrites dinosaur history, pushing back ankylosaur evolution by 30 million years. But I say it rewrites fashion history. It was the first animal to wear its skeleton outside like a leather jacket. The practical problem? Those rib spikes made muscle attachment nearly impossible. Translation, this thing waddled around like your dad in skinny jeans. Painful, awkward, but still intimidating. And here's the kicker. Scientists think half those spikes weren't for defense, they were for show. Yep, the dinosaur was basically peacocking, hoping to attract a mate by saying, "Check out my bone armor, ladies." Spoiler, it went extinct. Turns out evolution rewards functional defense, not Hot Topic cosplay. Spicomelis afer, proof that sometimes style over substance is literally a dead end. Segment 4. Taiwan's spider of doom, firefly tinder trap. In Taiwan, scientists discovered a spider that doesn't just trap prey, it uses prey as bait. The sheet web spider catches fireflies, but instead of eating them, it keeps them alive so they'll keep glowing. That glow attracts more fireflies looking for love. It's basically catfishing, but with actual cats, or rather spiders. Scientists tested it by sticking fake LED fireflies in webs. And guess what? The spider webs with sexy fake fireflies caught 3 times more prey, 10 times more fireflies, which means this spider is officially better at online dating than half the people on Bumble. It's evolution outsourcing. Why grow your own light when you can just kidnap some glow sticks? That's efficient, that's dark, and that's kind of brilliant. This spider is a gothic horror villain. It's Hannibal Lecter meets Match.com. And it makes me wonder, are we sure evolution is random? Because this feels like Mother Nature specifically workshopping horror movies for our nightmares. Segment 5. The party that saved a dream. Quinceañera goes viral. In Mexico, a girl's quinceañera went from tragic to epic. Isela's big day was supposed to be small, but hardly anyone showed up, so her family posted online, and boom. The internet responded like it was the Super Bowl. Within days, DJs, photographers, and even the municipal government jumped in. They threw her a redo party in a stadium. 2,000 people came. 2,000. From across Mexico, even Dallas, for a girl they'd never met. And instead of gifts for herself, Isela asked guests to bring toys for other kids. She left with a scholarship and even a plot of land. Land. I didn't even get socks for my 15th birthday. This wasn't just a party, it was social media proving it can do good, not just spread conspiracy theories or sell you miracle weight loss tea. It turned loneliness into joy, disappointment into real estate. Honestly, if this keeps up, we need to start inviting Twitter to weddings. Segment 6. La Tomatina, Spain's Great Tomato Throwdown. Over in Spain, thousands gathered for the 80th La Tomatina Festival, basically a legally sanctioned riot with produce. 1 hour of tomato-throwing chaos. No points, no winners, just chaos. The town of Buñol transforms into a salsa factory, participants drenched head to toe in pulp. It's absurd, it's pointless, and it's absolutely necessary. Because in today's world, sometimes you just need to throw a tomato at a stranger and call it therapy. La Tomatina is proof that humanity doesn't just crave order, we crave cathartic, ritualized destruction. Also, it's proof that Spain has too many tomatoes. Seriously, America can't afford eggs, but Spain's like, let's throw our food at tourists. Segment 7, a cabinet of curiosities. Snails, trolls, viral weathermen, and flying DJs. Quick hits. In New Zealand, conservationists are trying to find a mate for Ned, a rare left-spiraled snail who can't hook up with right-spiraled snails. Ned is literally looking for a lefty. Forget dating apps, this snail needs Grindr for gastropods. In North Carolina, giant troll sculptures appeared in parks overnight, made from recycled wood. Locals love them, until next week when HOA committees demand they wear shirts. In Pakistan, a weatherman went viral for his overly dramatic flood report. His heart, he declared, was going like this, which is basically the meteorological version of your aunt live blogging her blood pressure meds. And in the skies, a DJ went viral for performing a set while airborne, because nothing says party like your beats dropping faster than you are. In conclusion, so that's your week in weird. Batman jammies, blood bandits, spiked dinosaurs, spider catfishers, viral quinceañeras, tomato riots, lonely snails, wooden trolls, dramatic weathermen, and sky DJs. The moral? Normal news depresses you. Weird news reminds you the world is bizarre, chaotic, and occasionally beautiful. And honestly, that's way more fun to watch. This has been Kleppers Corner Weird News. Tune in next week when I'll probably report that a raccoon is running for Congress. And honestly, it'll still make more sense than half of politics.